Hello, teacups. What's brewing? I know it's been a while. It's been 8, 9 days, I think, since I reacted to Anna, and it's been at least a fortnight since I reacted to Foodie. It must have been. I couldn't deal with her. Guys, I just couldn't. You get to the point with like returning to work and going back into teaching where it's not always physically tired, though it sometimes is, as much as it is like reaching that point in your cognitive load where you're just like, nah, there's no more, we're at capacity. And Foodie was not making it onto the list of things I was putting my energy to. So I've kept up here or there. I've been following Pulpy, I've been following just a couple of other things, but mostly I just had to take a little bit of a breather and deal with, real life. Now I'm going to try and be a bit more regular with my reacts now. The first couple of weeks are settled in, and we've got a 3-day weekend coming up. So I'm at work tomorrow and then a day off, an extra day off for the Prophet Muhammad's birthday. So yeah, that's all good. I feel like it's been a while since we've talked about Chantel's cycle, but she seems to have gone through at least one since I've been gone, and I seem to have just caught the tail end of I'm quitting YouTube, but not really, but yes. Now, I do know in a quite recent live stream, live stream? Yeah, it was a live stream. It might still be up, I'll have to check, where she was asking for donations to do full content that didn't go well. Which, with some time and thought seems like the wrong word, but emotions maybe, has now turned into this, which is, it's not worth it. Now, I did end up editing this down myself because it was less than an hour and I just had a little bit of time today, but it does mean that it's now 7:30 p.m. and I'm just now reacting and drinking my coffee, so it may take more sleep from me than I necessarily wanted it to. I'm going to put up my own picture because of the podcast mode, okay? I'd say no shade, but absolute shade.
I decided that I'm just going to it's not worth it for me to do content anymore. Like, it's just, I feel kind of like Anne Boleyn. I'm just like done. I'm done with YouTube. Like, it's not fun.
All the girls start to kind of imitate each other, I find. It would make a great like psychological study, I think. Amber's taking a step back for her own reasons. If you follow Amber, you know. She can't maintain the facade. And now we've got Foodie taking a step back for her own reasons, because I guess they think absence make the heart grow fonder. I think they both misjudged the timing here a little bit though, because we've now got Rosie on the scene, and if people are already tired of Chantel particularly, people have been very tired of her recently. I know she does a lot, but she does seem to be scraping some lows. So it's kind of prime time to move on from her a little bit, which means it's not really prime time for her to decide she's going to take a step back. Now, fortunately/unfortunately, I don't think it'll last. We've seen from her previous times at this that it hasn't lasted, but we'll get to that in a bit.
It's constantly negative, awful. It just puts us in a very negative space.
She does say us a lot through this, and she seems to mean like her and Salah, I'm guessing, but Salah doesn't really have that much to do with her content. The fact that she's including him as much makes me think they've been arguing about it behind the scenes, or at least having some strong discussions.
It's really bad for mental health. Yes, Julia.
She's always been concerned about her mental health, guys. She works with doctors religiously. She takes all her medication. She's very careful.
It's just not worth it for me. Like, I do the content and we make the least money on YouTube.
I understand the emotional frustration of the fact that she has so many orbiters, of which I myself am one, because Foodie has always seen the inclusion of reaction channels in her world to be a theft of her potential income, because we're all swimming kind of in the same pool. And she's never really been one to accept the fact that everyone kind of feeds on each other. But the fact that other people make money doesn't stop her from making money. It's more the fact that other people have been able to be more entertaining with her content than she has. And rather than do something about that, she'll just blame them for doing it better.
Like, people, there's like just cockroaches of YouTube who just literally steal all your content, 100% of your vlog, put in a few shitty word insults and then call that fair use. And
I do use the majority of the content that we find in her videos. That's not the same as using all of her video, because this was an hour long and I've got it down to 17 minutes. Because you know me, I like to talk. So is my content reacting to her content? Yes it is. But that reaction itself is unique to me. So I do bring my own content to this. Is it secondary? Yes, you could definitely say that. But there are hundreds of reaction channels out there, some more watched than others. And if we're all working on the same content, then that means that the people who come to watch you watch for you and not the content, because the content can be gotten anywhere.
And then make like double what you make. It's not
Which is the real
it's really
issue.
not. Like, would you go out of your way to make content just so that people waiting in the rafters like vultures can steal everything you do?
If that were the only reason I were making it, maybe not. Or at least it would stick in my craw, and I understand why it sticks in hers. But she doesn't make it just to put it on the internet. She makes it to pay her bills. And she doesn't have an alternate way to do that. She's always said that YouTube is her job, and I agree, YouTube is her job. But people don't do their jobs for free. They can enjoy their jobs, they can not enjoy their jobs, but they do it because it fulfills a need they have. Practically speaking, they need to work.
And then make fun of you, mess with your real life, make fun of your house, make fun of anything you post online.
People absolutely do overstep with Chantel as an individual and with people online in general. From how she talks about this, I think the fact that people were making comments about the house she's in right now, Salar's house, has annoyed Salar, and it's caused some arguments because she was never meant to show the house to begin with. Foodie, for all she's thin-skinned, is not new to this game. The fact that these things happen is not new to her. And if anything, people are the least likely to be able to interfere with her while she's in Syria. Because who the hell is going to rock up to Syria? I'm closer than most people in the community. I ain't going to knock a door. So this rather tired argument of, oh, people judge me online. Okay, you don't have to be online, so if you want to leave, go ahead. You don't have to be here, it's okay. But the fact that she's not actually leaving, which we'll get to, does rather undermine the message.
I would put up with the BS before because I liked doing it. At least, like, I'll probably still come on here and, like, maybe do these, like, podcast type, like...
So that, she's not quitting YouTube, she's quitting putting effort into content. Take a moment, mourn it. I know we're shocked. She seems to forget in all this that putting effort into her content is quite a new thing for her. And when I say effort, I know when we look at like the mall vlog where she was like, I didn't film and here it is, might not seem particularly high effort to most, but compared to Sealing on the Couch, was edited, was collected, was presented. Her vlogs, whether you like them or not, represent a certain amount of effort that she doesn't put into the lives. So we've got a few different prongs of anger here. We've got the general simmer from the fact that she tried to get paid in advance to do full content and it didn't work because for some reason Foodie's got this idea that people pay you to do content on your word, which has proven unreliable in Foodie's case. And then you make the content and then you make more money. She wants to double up those payments. When actually, what most people will do, if YouTube isn't their job, will go, have fun, have a trip, happen to vlog it and send it out. So the point is the trip, the experience that you're presenting. Or if YouTube is their job and they're doing it for content, will go and get that content and put the effort into it that allows it to earn the amount of money. Unfortunately, Foodie isn't doing too well at either of those things, so her views are down. On top of the general recent injury of people not being willing to pay her to do nothing and lie to them about the fact that she's going to do something, you've got her generalized low-level rage at all reactions and the unfairness of the fact that you can react online. Because emotionally, she's never been able to handle that. But at least before, when she couldn't handle it, she had the comfort of piles of money coming in that have dried up since. And the finances of this are clearly an ongoing problem because she mentions it again and again.
Streams, and if I only have like 100 people, then oh well, so be it. At this point, it will just be not really like a main moneymaker. It will just be just to chat with you guys because I miss you guys. And
I also don't know if she's mentioning this as, oh, it won't be a main moneymaker, as a way to try and kind of cover herself. If anyone turns around and goes, well, you shouldn't be filming anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want to show myself anymore. I don't want to. This is what I want to do. I want to just come on here and maybe talk about things.
I just want to be.
Other than myself. I don't know. I don't want to do vlogs. I'm not.
Other than yourself. Do you have a variety of topics you are interested in that you could share with us? Because you've been hiding them well.
I'm not going to bother doing vlogs just to have people steal the content. Like, you people do too much.
Her vlogs have not been getting the views. Let's just put it that way. It's been difficult.
Make it so that people don't even want to do content anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll be fine.
She says this a few times, and this is one of the reasons, whether she raises her voice, whether she doesn't, whether she gives us tone, whether she doesn't, whether she insults, whether she doesn't. It's the fact that whenever questioned about, like, okay, so then what's your next step? Because there are various quite obvious, why does my brain want to say blockades? It's been quite a long day. Obstacles to her earning money in other ways. Is it impossible? No. If she returns to Canada, she'll probably have a difficult time finding a job, but theoretically, she could get a job. In Syria, she can't do anything, but the fact is she doesn't have an answer for this. So this is obviously emotionally driven.
It's to a point where any single thing I put out online gets weaponized against us.
When you say weaponized, it's only possible to weaponize something when it can be used as a weapon. If you made less of a mess online, people wouldn't be able to pick it up and fling it at you. You're the one who came out here and said, I'm collecting money for an additional needs child so she can go to school and I will be completely transparent about the donations, and then disappeared to a hotel somewhere and threw tantrums online and said, no, I'm not telling anyone anything, and started blocking people who had donated who asked. As a recent example, there are many examples in your past. If you don't want things to be weaponized, do better things.
I would rather do anything else. I'll probably still come on here and, like I said, just do these things. But as for vlogs, sharing my life at all, even coming on camera, I just don't want to do it.
So this is a pretty bog standard, oh, I'm not addressing this again, I'm never going to give you anything, she's just going to starve everybody out. I've said before, she's the walking definition of cutting off your nose to spite your face. Anybody who reacts to her has the whole internet to go by and are already looking elsewhere. This is not the time to try and throw your weight around.
They're not my promoters. They take 100% of my content, make more money than I do with my content.
Hit a nerve, did we?
And all they do is insult us.
The problem isn't that people use her content for theirs. The problem is that they manage to be more entertaining doing it than she does. But somehow the answer to that is not make better content or cultivate a better relationship with the audience, although at this point I do think that's rather doomed.
And it's been like that for years.
And yet today is the day you're quitting. So it's unlikely that that is the reason you're quitting. It just happens to be annoying you more than usual today.
It's not about winning. It's I'm just done.
Her tone on this, she's going to repeat this and then she's going to change because she's a consistent girl.
It's not enjoyable for me. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not enjoyable. It's mentally depressing. When I think of uploading or coming online anymore, it just makes me want to throw up. Like, I don't want to do it.
A lot of people, I was going to say the majority, but I don't think I can quantify that. A lot of people don't love their job. I don't hate my job. It takes a lot, but I don't hate it. However, there are days when I don't love it, when it's frustrating and it's hard and I'm tired and I don't want to deal with it, there are also days I love it. Now, if you're fortunate, you can love your job and pay your bills. Not everybody is that fortunate. If life were all play, they wouldn't call it work. You don't have to love what you're doing every step of the way. Doesn't mean that you just quit and run away, particularly with seemingly no plan. Now, do people change jobs? Do people change careers? Absolutely. People can completely change the direction of their lives. Is Foodie gonna do that? No.
So, that's it. It's just not worth it for me at all.
I don't think YouTube is good for her. If you look at how she started YouTube versus how she is now, and kind of the erosion of her as a character, you can see that YouTube hasn't been great for her. So could quitting YouTube and actually going through with it be good for her? Yes, it could. However, I don't think she's that capable of change. So even if she were to go through with quitting YouTube, even if that choice was taken away from her and she just had to stop making videos for whatever reason, I don't think it would be the first step to a big change in her life. I think her life would just get that much harder because she wouldn't want to change anything else. So stepping away from YouTube would represent a loss, not a potential, if that makes sense.
Even travel vising, there's no point in even traveling and doing vlogs when
She's so annoyed that people wouldn't pay for her travel.
people are allowed to just steal your content. The work you put in, they're allowed to just take your whole video, like I said, add a couple of stupid, ridiculous, childish...
The fact that she said they're allowed, she has complained about this before. YouTube hasn't mainly been backing her up. There's been one or two exceptions, but she wants that YouTube manager to come down from on high and shut it down.
This is probably as good as it's gonna get.
So don't expect better from me, you guys. No, I'll give you some content, but don't you dare enjoy it. That's how I'm gonna make my channel better. She's just sulking at this point. Well, I put effort, and I will give her credit for the effort because the vlogs she's been going on have involved her going places and going outside. Would most people call that effort? No. Was it effort for Foodie, and was it something she doesn't usually do? Yes, but there was no payoff. Her views didn't go up. But this is the reason why that makes her angry, because she didn't really do anything in the way of work to build her channel in the first place. Her channel didn't become famous, it became infamous. It gained a lot of traction when she did that cheese graveyard about the Heaven's Gate cult. But that was mainly people finding it distasteful. A lot of her growth has been based on notoriety, and that doesn't require a huge amount of effort from her. But that means in these moments, she doesn't know how to build her channel. Because she essentially, and I realize luck isn't quite the right word, but she lucked her way into it, was able to make a living from it, a very good living from it, and now that that's faded, doesn't know what to do, but feels entitled to the same level of success because she got it based on nothing before.
I mean, I'll still come and talk to you guys, but stay-at-home wife, I guess. No job is worth your mental health. I'll figure something else out to do with my life. But this is not it. My 15 minutes are up. I'm tired of...
Her 15 minutes are up is a good way to express that. She could have spun the success of her channel into something else. She could have accepted earlier that this will only be, although it's been years, 15 minutes of fame, and I will financially prepare for that by being more responsible with the money I do make, which she very much did not do. So now she's just frustrated.
Trying to just make my channel positive and do content, and it...
Make her channel positive where? The reason we've been getting more vlogs recently is twofold. One, she cannot avoid people, not the way she used to. And two, those people know that she goes on YouTube because of her aforementioned scam. So this is vlogs for us, but it's also her presenting to them, look, this is what I do on my channel and everything before was before. Because real life Chantel is not online Chantel. She needs to be able to face those people.
Like, I'm tired of Girl World. I don't want anything to effing do. Roaches coming out when you turn the...
that little jump there, I think her internet had been going in and out, so that's just how it's rendered. Sorry.
Lights on, everyone wants a piece of the pie. And you guys are not creators, you don't get it.
The fact is, there is space online for everyone to make money from the piece of content that she is the primary source of. She just doesn't want to have to work for it.
You don't get it. You just sit back, live your life. I've been fighting this battle way too long. I don't blame you at all. You don't need this treatment from this trash. Thank you, Teardrop. No.
Of course that was Teardrop.
No, I'm not trying anything, Nostoon. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in YouTube.
This is what she wants, by the way. She wants people in a chat to beg. She wants reactors to panic. Oh no, what will I do if Chantel's not uploading? I will either have more time for offline hobbies or I'll find someone else to react to. That's me as a creator. I don't know about other people.
I've been reporting people for many years and they don't give a shit, so
don't worry about it, guys.
You know what? I'm done. I'm just done. It's not worth it for me. I'll find something else to do.
Definitely not just having a tantrum. Okay.
It's not just about her. It's about everything. It's not worth it.
I'm assuming the her there is FFG, because usually when Chantal refers to a her, it's FFG. I believe I heard that FFG was traveling recently. I think she's in Greece or somewhere. So I don't think that's helping the mood either. Chantal wants to travel, begged on the internet for money to travel for us, because she's a giver, guys. Didn't get it, and one of her most hated reactors is on holiday.
If it's not her, it would be another parasite. It's just not worth it for me anymore. Sorry, but I'm probably just going to come back and like talk once in a while, but that's about...
Okay, so it is worth it. Right now, all you're doing is coming back and talking once in a while. There's only so many vlogs she can do, and she hates doing them. It's so much effort for her to have to be on socially. And you can see when she does go out, it's not like she's particularly integrated. So it's all very well getting mad for us, but I'm betting there's a huge amount of relief to say, I'm not going to film this. Because she didn't really want to do it anyway.
No, it's not about that. Even if I made enough money for my trip, I'm not going to do content. There's no point.
So anyone who was thinking of donating, first off, I just want to talk, let's sit down. But second off, she was never intending on filming, you guys. Come on. At best, we would have gotten a hotel bees. But it's the entitlement that gets me. It really is. Like, I deserve to have this holiday and people should pay for it. Nah, bitch. Pay for your own holiday. And if you can't, don't get angry at us. You were the one making the choices with your finances, not us.
And people just thieve it and make more money off of it. What would be the point? Like, why would you go to work if that happened? Like, why bother?
Because you would be able to pay your bills. I do have a question though. She had said before, when she was talking about the garnishment of the money that goes into her Canadian account. Garnishment? No, garnishment. We can say that. The mint turns it into a noun. We're all right. But when she was talking about all that, she used to say, oh, alhamdulillah, it's going to be over, a big chunk of it is going to be over quite soon. And October was when that payment was going to stop coming out. Now, I don't think for a second that's all of her debt, but like one of the debts was going to be finished and it was going to free up a little bit more cash. Is that why we're getting this now? I personally don't think she could hold on for it for that long, but I do think there's a timing issue there. Regardless of how cheaply they live in Syria, they do need to be able to live. She needs to be able to pay for her visa. She cannot stand being in Syria long term. She needs to be able to pay for the trips, either through the visas or through the AdSense that the visas provide. Anyone can quit their job, but not everyone can survive in the life they want after. That's consequences to your actions.
It's not your business how I'm going to support myself. Would you, exactly, the comments, would you want to live in this environment every day?
No, that's why I don't.
It's easy for you to say, Ashley. Put yourself in my shoes. I basically provide for people who abuse me on a daily basis. Exactly.
Okay, I provide for myself. Don't get me wrong, I like the extra income, but I provide for myself. Be on YouTube, don't be on YouTube. I'll make my decisions after. I'm not taking the food out of your mouth. I'd be scared to get so close.
I don't need anything. I don't need anything from anyone.
Sorry, I know I'm not meant to laugh, but I think Salah would disagree. There's the woman who had to get the wheelchair through the airport rather than walk it.
So that's what I'm here to say. I'm not doing any vlogs,
Okay.
and that's it.
I didn't watch half of her vlogs, so, you know, she'll be missed. We'll grieve.
No, it's not, Alexandria. It's been an issue for years.
And yeah, now is the tantrum. Now is the latest tantrum.
Okay? It's my vlogs too. It's not just the lives. I don't care if the internet's not the issue.
The internet is an issue, not the issue.
It's just, that's it. Well, that's fine. My life is coming before my channel. Sorry, but it's not even enjoyable. YouTube is not even enjoyable.
And not everyone gets to like their job. Life isn't so kind.
It's like barely profitable for me.
That's interesting. And as I say, she mentions money a lot. I'm guessing either the AdSense I'm guessing whatever August ratified as is not very much. Because for me, it's the 3rd of September right now. And I think she recorded this yesterday, I think. So that's bang on time for YouTube to tell you how much you earned last month so you can get paid it between the 21st and the 26th. But it counts it and gives you the number on like the 1st or the 2nd. I'm guessing that paycheck was pretty small.
I did make a list of pros and cons. And the biggest con is my mental health.
I think the state of your mentals is irritated by your position in YouTube, but you don't take care of it on or off camera, so what can you expect? Did you happen to make a list of the pros? Because practically speaking, survival would be a good one.
No, we don't want to do reaction channels. We're adults, okay? We don't want to deal with that crap.
By do reaction channels, I'm assuming she means react to the reacts. Which, by the way, as she bitches and moans, she has done before. And which, by the way, as she bitches and moans, also failed because she was terrible at it. You may have noticed, if you are a subscriber here, that I've got some sarcasm to me. And people like my sense of humour, and if they don't, they will move on, because that's how reactions work. There's always another one you can go and look at. And it's also why certain types of reactors tend to share audiences. So if you like me, you may like Pulpy. If you like Pulpy, you may like Steve. That's kind of my circle of reactions, by the way. You just get a general sense of, oh, I like their style, but maybe you don't have the time to watch the live, so maybe you come on to the reacts. Maybe you just want to check in occasionally, so you go see Steve because he does like a weekly check-in. There's something out there for everyone. I may have forgotten the point I was making. Oh, she's terrible at reacts, sorry. The point was, Foodie gets emotional, and she doesn't really have a sense of nuance in general life, but also in reactions. Because she sees it all as a mass attack, she can't sit down and really take in the fact that everybody has a different style. But something I think is quite common in reactors that are at all successful within their own communities is the fact that they're quite quick. You've got something to say and you can put it together. And yes, your style might not be for everyone, but that tends to be quite consistent. Foodie doesn't have that ability because she's always looking for the gotcha and she can never see the humor. And it makes her a bad reactor. But it does not make her above reacting, which is kind of the point she's trying to make here.
I should sue, yeah, and with, like, do you know how long, like, I'd have to be probably, I don't even know where to begin with that, there's no way.
Sue who? YouTube for allowing you to live this long on the money you make online? You're not getting a divorce. YouTube isn't going to pay you alimony.
I'd rather just log off. Well, farting idiot, I don't need money to keep my husband, obviously. If he doesn't want me to do YouTube anymore, you dumb idiot.
So is it Salah that doesn't want you to do YouTube? Is Salah just mad that you showed the house? He's had more and more rage building. Him having to leave Kuwait was pretty much the tipping point of that particular issue. And she's been annoying since she got to Syria. Jesus. He keeps telling her, no, don't do XYZ. And as Chantel is Chantel, she's like, I'm going to do XYZ. XYZ is terrible and makes everything harder.
I guess you're wrong about that, like everything else you spew. I'm tired of the stupid conspiracies coming from people with one collective brain cell.
I know earlier I said, oh, did we hit a nerve? But it really seems like they did here.
Tired of the content thievery. I'm tired of the negativity and disgusting bullying.
Chantal, I don't want to break any hearts here, my love, but you are a negative, disgusting bully. I'm sorry. Will whispering it help? You can certainly make the argument that there are other negative, disgusting bullies online, but you are not an innocent little lamb here, my dear.
Yeah, he doesn't like me. Okay, but he married me.
If he had married you, you would not be needing to go to immigration and get your visa done as often as you are. You could be there as his wife instead of just playing as his wife. You could, in fact, have gotten married in Syria. You haven't done that, despite the fact that it would mean you could do the visa stuff long term instead of having to go and keep getting a tourist one. Now, the tourist visa certainly is easier, but it does have to be re-gotten every so often, and that's quite the trek for Salah. So I will believe that she is fully legally married when Canada says she is.
He's willing to support me. Okay. He doesn't think YouTube is worth it.
That I understand. Like I said, he's thin-skinned, and YouTube certainly hasn't made his life better in any measurable way. He wasn't there for the big money of Chantel's channel. But Chantel herself said not long ago that her YouTube income pays for a lot of families or a lot of people or something like that. So clearly her money is being put to use. Because no matter how much she's bringing in, it doesn't take a lot to be able to live a better life in Syria than most people. And Salah's got a house to build. But in terms of their interactions, they haven't exactly been wonderful and lovey.
He thinks it's a negative, bad energy, and it mentally affects me, and I hate it. I hate YouTube now. I'm not gonna bother doing vlogs. It's not worth it for me.
There, that'll teach us.
I'm done, and I don't blame Amber. People, like...
She has to tie herself to Amber.
Honestly. I don't blame her. I hope she stays gone, too. Like, starve all your parasocial idiot, friggin' vulture, friggin' cockroach.
This is the thing. When she uses the verb starve, she's assuming there isn't an internet's worth of food lying around. Oh, my video just turned off. Okay, well, anyway. Glad I noticed when that happened. There is no starving people of content because the internet exists. As we have said before, if she chooses to drink poison, it's not us that dies.
I mean, I'll still come and talk to you guys like this way, but I'm not coming on camera. I'm not showing any more of our house because the minute any little corner of the house is shown, there you go.
Well, like she said before, she wasn't going to show anything before, and then she did. And now Salah's mad about it. Every time she cuts off an avenue of content, and I know that she won't stick to it, but every time she cuts off an avenue of content, she just makes it harder for herself, and she's already struggling with that. So, you know, what are you supposed to do?
That's a video for them. I'm done feeding a whole effing community and not getting a good piece of the pie myself. Okay? It's not worth it. Exactly.
Okay, then let the community move on and find another way to feed yourself. I've got a feeling that's not how this is gonna end, but we'll see.
YouTube platforms these shit people. Honestly, if vomit was people, that would be them.
Foodie. The mirror. You are one of those people. The mirror. I've got a little... There we go. We're getting to the point of year where insects are becoming more active because the winter, God willing, will come soon. But it means I'm getting a few of those tiny little drain flies. Caught one that was buzzing around me.
Of course Pulpy is sniping. He's another idiot vulture.
Hi, Pulpy. Good to see you. One of the ways I've been catching up with her is just putting his live on while I've been playing on my phone.
And after this stream, I'm not talking about any drama.
I'm just not addressing this, you guys.
I'm not making any content. And this is the best you're gonna get. They literally just
This was basically the best we were getting anyway, but whatever.
Stream my entire streams. That's their content. Make more views. They take our vlogs, make more views. What?
How dare you build your own community? How dare you be better at building your own community than me? How dare you be more consistent in your content? That's Pulpy, obviously not me. This is the first time in 2 weeks I've been on here.
Why would I bother? Like, why am I gonna bother making content? Can anyone tell me?
If you want to make your own money, you got to find a way to do it. That's why. That's the only reason I can think of. I realise that she doesn't care about her debts, but, you know, legal entities do.
Like, would you literally do that? Like, who would do that? What do you mean it would cause me to make this decision? I literally just told you.
But everything you've mentioned has been going on for ages, so what's caused you to make it now?
I got a copyright strike. Do you remember whenever I posted that fart channel? I played what?
I've got no idea what she posted. I must have missed this, but someone copyright struck her. That's so funny. Also, if I'm completely honest, especially knowing Chantal and her inability to manage her emotions, I kind of understand why that makes her mad. Because whether you agree with it, whether you don't, we do use her content. I would say what I do is transformative, but we use it. So the idea of her getting copyright struck for 3 minutes. Oh, that's so funny.
Take my entire channel, my entire video, and they do nothing but insult.
And YouTube won't back her up, but they'll back up this channel. Oh, no wonder she's mad.
And are negative. There's not a single positive thing people ever say. How is that even fair use?
Chantal is a positive flower. She will wilt under the negativity.
There's no commentary sitting there saying, oh, well, she's fat, blah.
We're at 53 minutes, I assure you there's commentary.
Blah, blah. Like, who gives a crap?
God, we're at 53 minutes? Where are we? I'm only halfway through this video. Hello, I'm going to be editing this.
How is there drama over, like, me not having a bathroom door? Like, people are...
Oh, I forgot about this. I didn't see the thing, but I saw the clip of her admitting it. Hun, so much, too much, I would argue, of your content has been around your guts and how they're not fully under your control. The idea of you not having a bathroom door. That's why it's a topic of conversation, because, oh God, as you said, there are always people in your house and you of all people are not going to have a bathroom door. I think I might have said bedroom a minute ago, never mind.
Ridiculous, and I'm just done. We have a bathroom door.
Of course you do.
We were getting a new one, and
Alright, so you didn't have a bathroom door.
And they had, like, people, I guess, I don't know.
I think you might be lying, but okay.
Salah was like, you told them we don't have a bathroom door?
Salah was mad. Every time she mentions Salah, they've had an argument.
Like, he's just over it. He's, like, just over all of this shit. He doesn't want me to do YouTube, and he's right. He's right. There's no point. Do you know how many times, Tay, that I've reported these people to YouTube? People think I don't, and I'm lazy.
She is a little bit lazy in that, because for a long time, we found out a while back, for a long time what she was actually reporting was thumbnails, and that wasn't being upheld.
If I don't enjoy something, I'm not going to want to do it. That's just period.
Okay, well, life unfortunately demands more of people in general. You don't get to have fun all the time.
It's not just, I'm not throwing a fit. I think I have
You are kind of throwing a fit. Now, hang on.
Valid reasons to not want to be on YouTube anymore.
I would call some of her reasons valid, but I wouldn't call any of her reasons new.
Every single time I come online, there's some kind of drama waiting.
You bring drama. You literally sat running a scam, using an additional needs child as a prop, posting pictures that you thought were carefully edited of her in school, in a place that seems to match your house. And then you came online a month and a half later, and tried to grift money for a vacation that you feel you deserve for us, for our content. Get out of here, man.
That I'm not even like a part of. Like, I don't even do anything.
She doesn't even do anything, guys.
You don't have to worry about my taxes, Big Bird. It's not your life.
I'm not worried about them. I'm just aware of them. Because you made us aware of them. And you have mentioned that large payments get taken out of your YouTube money from your Canadian account. Now, like I said, one of those might be over right now, which might be why she's so comfortable doing this. Also, the fact that it's the beginning of the month, so she does have time to come back and build up.
That's not your business, Dee. Do you see what I mean? These people are entitled. People are weird.
We're not entitled to it, but if you present it, we get to discuss it. You talked about it, so we talked about it. If you hadn't talked about it, which in this case you did, or if you hadn't presented something else that made us talk about it, we wouldn't be able to have the conversation. We can only react to what we're given.
You feel entitled to know about to make content about my visa status, my taxes, my food, everything. Just like, mind your business.
We don't need to mind her business because you made your business public, and so long as it is, we get to discuss it and you don't have to like it. I would say get offline, but apparently we're not going to be seeing you, except we are. You just want to do lower effort. The bar for that is really in hell, isn't it?
If you had to like go to your job and deal with these people every day, yeah, the views are higher because it's negative drama.
That you brought! Tell us again that it's all us.
No, Stu, don't you get that? It might be entertaining for you,
Yeah.
but for me it's not.
Doesn't have to be. You don't get paid because you're happy. You get paid because people click on your video. You get paid to be entertaining. And in this case, because you're a miserable person, that entertainment for a lot of people, because of the people that you have cultivated within your community, because your actions online have consequences for the people that are attracted to your community, the things that are entertaining aren't necessarily the things that make you happy. These are the consequences of the life you have chosen to live.
They're profiting, and my mental health is declining, and so is my income. And they're doing it on my content.
Only one of those things is unforgivable, and it's not the mental health.
At this point, I would rather work at McDonald's. I'm not even joking.
I love how she always throws that out. And I know traditionally speaking, it's because fast food is an easy job to get. But the more she talks about just somehow figuring it out, assuming she didn't stay in Syria, assuming she went back to Canada, I think she's really underestimating working at a McDonald's. One, that they would hire her. Two, that she could manage it. And three, that she could live on the income after. So let's not piss on McDonald's here, hey?
This does not automatically allow them to copy your whole video just to insult you. It is infringement. It is. I've done some takedowns on some channels that just use my whole video and just add don't even add hardly any words. And what they do is YouTube reviews it. It took them a day, and they figured that it is worth it. But whatever. I don't even care. I don't even care right now. I'm just so done.
She only cares about the people that really annoy her, the big ones like FFG, and she hasn't been able to get her taken down, so...
No, not in Syria. I'm not gonna work while I'm here. I'm not.
She doesn't see Syria as a long-term anything, by the way. For all the work they're putting in the house, every time she talks about Syria, it's in the short term.
I'm never bored, Nubby. I have a husband. When we're not spending time together, which we have fun doing together, we have like 1 million people here we see every day. Like,
she is mistaking busy with engaged here. She hates being around people. And Salah can barely stand being in her presence for very long. But for her, being around people is a huge amount of pressure, because she can't be the version of herself that she is when she's alone. So she may be busier than she's ever been, but she's not happier. And remember, she doesn't speak the language, so she can't talk to any of these people. She just has to be on display.
I don't want them to be nicer, Amelia. I don't care. I don't like the whole package, okay? Like, if this is what my life online has to be forever, I would rather not be online. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye. Because that is a choice she gets to make. And I do think at this point, the reception she gets online is unchangeable. She's done too much, she's come too far. There is no more, like, fresh start. You know how she used to reinvent herself? And I know she keeps trying with, like, vlogging and whatever, but there's always a certain amount of her there. She doesn't really have the option of just fully rebranding.
He will take care of me. Like I said, I'll probably just do this when I feel like talking. I do like talking to my beezers, and
she's got about 8 beezers at this point. She must get lonely. For all the people around her, not to try and get too fake deep here, she can't talk to them, and talks with Salah end in arguments. Her not making her own money will completely take any power she had out of the dynamic. She's not going to get happier, she's just going to get more dependent. And even though she's already very dependent, mentally, emotionally, that's going to make her angry, because she likes to be the person to say, I do what I want.
Just having fun, but like, no, I don't need donations for content. I'm not doing content. It's not...
No, I don't want those now.
Not worth it. People get so involved, and it's to a level where it's just gross. Like, it's just... If you knew, people have done some nasty, nasty shit.
We know. We've seen.
I don't even talk about it online.
She talks about everything online. She can't help herself half the time.
Want to give them the attention. I don't want to validate them, but it's so negative. No, we're not showing our house.
Too late, you're already dead.
He's not, no. There's no way. And we're just gonna shoot the shit because I'm not talking about my personal life whatsoever. And I'm not showing myself.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, definitely not doing vlogs. I'm not wasting my time. And I might take like a little bit of a few days break or something, I don't know. Yeah.
She's talking herself into like an escalating situation here. Just trying to raise the stakes.
I think it's time to move on. My 15 minutes has been up for a while, and yep. I don't enjoy being known for drama, so no thanks.
Okay. I don't think anything's going to change her reputation because she does nothing to change her reputation. I don't think stepping away from YouTube is going to make her any happier, but it is going to mean she has less money. Maybe she doesn't care, and if she doesn't care, it's fine.
Just to keep other channels going. That's basically it. That's pretty much how I feel I exist online right now. I'm not working here. I didn't say I was working here. They're not winning anything. Think back to when it last...
Again, not winning anything.
Felt worth it.
There isn't actually anything to win for me. I want to see how it ends, which I realise is morbid, but there we go. There is a certain sense of flaming car wreck when you look at her channel, like, you can't, it's terrible, but you can't look away. But her being driven off the internet isn't a win for me, because I want to see how it ends. But I'm also not going to cry into my pillow at night if she disappears.
I don't know, honestly. Can you guys hear me now? Am I back? Let's say I had like 800 people in the chat. The minute these stupid idiots start sniping, 500. Like, why? Okay. And where's their content?
It's been a while since she had 800 people in the chat, but okay.
I'm tired of like the whole kit and caboodle. I'm tired of stream snipers. I'm tired of content thieves. I'm tired of the negativity of Goal World. I'm tired of the disgusting rumors that are not effing true.
Tell me which rumors are not true. Because we've got enough proven action that you don't need to rely on rumors. You've done enough that has been proven to be true that is disgusting enough to warrant your reputation.
I'm tired of the invasiveness in our personal life, in our relationship. We don't want to put ourselves out there anymore. It's not worth it for us.
Okay.
And I'm tired of supporting these leechy, disgusting, stupid people.
Again, I support myself with my employment. This is a lucrative hobby, but at moments when my actual real life thing that I work for becomes overwhelming, I can take a break from this. You would have to completely restructure your life.
Be less boring? Why don't we just try watching something that's not boring? No.
They do! That's why you're so angry! Have you ever considered some self-reflection as you blame other people for being more entertaining with your content than you are?
Oh, I'm not coming back. Sorry.
You're not coming back. You just said you were just going to chat, which I'm sure will be very different from your day-to-day. She's forgetting her own lines here. She's so used to rage quitting and saying, I'm never coming online again. She's falling into the old script.
Not sorry. Stupid people will be like, reaction channels will be like, she's trying to do this to make money. Okay, yeah, so you're...
That's okay. You've done worse to make money, believe you me.
I'm allowed to steal content, make up lies to make money, but I'm not allowed to make money with my own content?
You're absolutely allowed to make money with your own content. I have some questions about some of the content you've put out to make money, as do the people who donated to it. As mentioned before, I have some questions as to why you would donate to her, but we won't get into it again. But there's a lot of nuance in the how. However, beyond that, there is a basic need to make people want to click on your video. There is an entertainment factor. You're just not being entertaining. I don't know what else to say.
I don't need an outlet, Living I Roll. I have you've got that. This just proves to me, no offense. You guys know nothing about what goes on in my life. I'm very connected here, way more than Kuwait.
Yes, we know that. You're always surrounded by people. We've seen you interact with more people in the last few months than you have in the last few years. I'm not disputing that. But given that you can't speak the language, and you seem to be really uncomfortable and to dislike being there, and knowing what I know of how welcoming and open the people in the Middle East are, I would question A, how deep those relationships go, and B, how responsible you are for maintaining them. Because I guarantee you, these people think you're weird.
I talk to my family. I'm very close with some family members. I have friends.
I'm assuming she means family members there. And how? It seems like Salah's the only one who speaks English. How?
I have a really nice family here. People have pretty much, they treat me like family.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. They're lovely people. But you being treated with a lovely amount of hospitality and generosity doesn't mean you're capable of building that relationship.
We're never bored here. Don't worry about that.
I'm not worried.
The thing I realize is bogging our life down is YouTube. It sickens your soul. It just brings your mental health, a disease, like,
I can absolutely agree that the space she has cultivated is a terrible one. But without it, she's just a self-contained whole of terrible things. Probably better for humanity, but not necessarily better for her.
It just ruins your mental health. It's not normal for a channel to have thousands or hundreds or thousands of videos all on the same person, calling them a sharmuta in the thumbnail,
So
and being
FFG.
disgusting and bullying every video. They don't enforce their terms of service.
If YouTube enforced their terms of service, you would have been banned years ago. So be careful what you wish for, madam. That sword cuts both ways.
I'm done. They can get bent, seriously.
I don't know if she means us or YouTube at this point, but it might be both.
Sue YouTube, I wish.
Oh yeah, suing YouTube. Again, it's not a divorce. They don't pay you alimony.
Actually, I feel happy knowing that I'm not going to be doing content. Like I said, I'll come on and talk to you guys once in a while, but I don't know, I might take a little break, a couple of days, I don't know.
Okay.
I've put up with a lot, and that's how it is on the internet. That's how, sadly, social media is.
I mean, it is in the space you take up. There are people beloved on the internet. So why is it different for you? Have you considered looking in the mirror and asking that question? Of course you haven't.
No, I'm not making content. I'll make, like, what I'm doing now with the podcast style, or whatever you call it, not podcast, but cam off, just talking when I want to talk and everything and come on, I'll just do this. I have complained to YouTube many times. Yeah, they're winning, Marzipan. They don't want me online.
I thought you said we weren't winning.
I'm awful. I'm boring. Well, goodbye. The only person...
Bye!
thing you should ever be in competition with is your old self. Prove it.
How can you literally say that with what I'm presuming from the fact that you're not laughing is a straight face? When you are literally rage quitting the internet for a few days because there are people out there making more money than you. You're not in competition with anyone else, are you serious? It shouldn't be a competition for anyone else, but from the reaction you've got here, I'd say it is.
Everyone else. But I can't even do content like, in the kitchen and people make videos about that. Like, who cares? Like, go back to
Well, you care, apparently.
school. Oh, no. I don't want to go to Canada. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk
She could learn, well, no, she couldn't. Let's forget that conversation, she couldn't.
about my goals. That's the thing. I feel like I don't want to talk about anything about my life. What are we going to talk about? Well, I can't go to another platform. It's going to be the same thing.
It literally would. She has tried it before, and it would just make the problem worse because people would take her content over to YouTube, and YouTube pays the best. It may not have the best rates, but it has the biggest potential audience.
They will take my content from another platform and use it on YouTube. You can say, oh, the people wouldn't watch anyway. That's not true. If none of these people stole my content, they would have no choice.
That's not true either. I think she would be surprised. I'm not sure why it would be surprised, but I think it would surprise her. How many people would just switch off if they had to watch her directly? They might, every 6 months or so, check in to see if she's dead. Sorry to be morbid. But her channel and reaction channels are not binary. If we have one, she has zero.
But to watch it on my channel. So, like, it's just ridiculous, Yes, if people make more money from your content, of course that's annoying. Like, that's
I'm not arguing that it's not annoying for her.
literally a no-brainer. If for them, like, to... You know what I mean, Taba? Like, that loser is doing the content for free right now. I would never.
I'm assuming she's talking about Gorlick here, because his channel got demonetized. I think he actually has a website now, though, so he's definitely having to cultivate other avenues of revenue. And doesn't he have like a sports channel or something? I don't know if that's true for that as well. I don't follow to that degree, it's just kind of what I've heard on Twitter. But for all of us, there was something that made us start reacting. For me, when I started reacting, I didn't think for a second I would ever have followers. I certainly didn't think I would ever be able to monetize, because I didn't think anyone would be that interested in what I had to say, to be completely honest. So whenever we all start, we do it for free. Because there is some point where we all go, holy shit, I can't do this myself anymore. I gotta see if everyone else realizes. I gotta go scream into that void. So this idea of he's doing it for free, he's not doing it for free, isn't really relevant.
Sniping for free. He's not monetized. Why would you bother? Like, you really have no life to the point where you would do subpar stupid content about me, a boring YouTuber, for free?
Way to sell yourself, Chantel.
It's not your.
But keep your memberships.
No one's business what I would do for income.
No one's business if you take it offline. So long as your finances were an open topic of conversation, which you made them an open topic of conversation, people will speculate. You don't have to answer the question, but you can't stop the speculation.
How about that? We don't.
Sorry, I'm gonna go back.
It's not your business. No one's business what I would do for income. Nothing. How about that?
Nothing. How about that? You're really showing us, Chantel. You go live in Syria with no income. That'll teach us.
We don't have a car payment. We don't pay rent. So who cares?
Yeah, it's not like she eats a lot of food. It's not like she has medical needs. It's not like she's gonna have to pay for a visa.
I would rather live like I'm dirt poor and still have peace of mind than have to deal with all that drama.
Okay, so then we won't see you in videos. You won't come back, right?
Nope, wouldn't do it. Not for $1 million, and that's the truth.
Okay then. Alright guys, there is a little bit more left to this, but I don't think there's anything new going on there. Her internet did cut out on this, so she couldn't finish her thought, but mostly she's just still angry that other people get to make money off her content. Okay, everybody, I'm going to leave you there. If you made it to the end of this, I haven't edited down yet, but the raw was 1 hour and 20, so God help us all. Thank you if you made it to the end, and hopefully I'll see you a little bit sooner than last time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.